Alrighty. Alrighty. I gotta fix these cams because this Discord updated and they are a little off. So, Tom, you want to take over this intro, bud? While I fix these cams while you're talking.
Yeah. I'll try my best. My
Yes, sir. I
my
was about to say my
my
voice is kind of gone too.
my voice is terrible. Welcome everybody. We're what is it, episode 120 here at the uh Full Send Half Mast podcast on the Dega Boy channel. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. We got Jay in the booth who is currently working on some technical difficulties, and big appreciation for Jay as he stays calm, cool, and collective as he deals with this uh, stuff, I guess you'd say. That kind of seems to be the bane of our existence here lately. But yeah, welcome in. We're going to be going over some of the stuff that we will try to remember during our time in Talladega with the ARCA, Xfinity, and Cup races there. We'll be going over some of the stuff that we experienced at Talladega, and then also some news as well. And yeah, so Jay, as you continue to work on some of the problems that we're having, let's go straight into the news. We've got one piece of news here, and it's pretty big. It's actually kind of funny. If you read into it, you would realize what was said for Rodney Childers to split from Spire. So there's been reports going on here that he called Justin Haley vertically challenged, and that he should be part of the Hobbits cast for the movie. In fact, let me look it up because it's pretty funny here. He said he referred to Haley as vertically challenged and compared him to the Hobbit from the Lord of the Rings. So that cost him his job at Spire.
I see. I didn't catch any of this. I didn't catch any of this, Tom. I read it like I kind of looked at the Discord this morning or this afternoon when I got back, and yeah, sorry about the cameras. I just want to say sorry about that. The Discord had an update since I was gone at Talladega. So that's hilarious, Tom. Can you imagine?
I'm dying, dude.
Can you imagine? Hilarious, man. Like what we kind of gave Rodney Childers a lot of shit over the last, what was it, from ever since that Phoenix race a couple years ago when he cost him the win.
Oh yeah.
And then it shocked us all when he went to go to Spire, dude. He just has parts ways with him now, and the calling Justin Haley vertically challenged. I mean, you can't make this up, dude.
Oh man, that's incredible. That is incredible. That's that's got to be like one of those pictures of Rodney Childers with like the explicit logo on the bottom left.
Yeah.
And album title, Justin Haley vertically challenged.
He's got a gold chain.
Yeah, he's got a gold chain.
Smoking.
He's got like a gold
cigar.
AK.
Yeah, gold AK with chain, cigar in his mouth. Oh, that's hilarious, bro! I can't believe that even happened. Oh, that's so funny. That's some great news to kick us off here today for sure. I guess what's next for Rodney Childers, right? Do you think this is the end? Do you think he crew chiefs again in the Cup Series at another time?
Let's look at it, right? Rodney Childers has had a pretty decent racing career.
I'd agree with that.
I mean, if I was him, I'd call it. I'd go have some fun, man. I'd be going to both the Talladega races and partying in the infield and all that kind of stuff. That's what I would be doing.
I agree, dude. I think it's probably time to step down. I mean, especially, yeah, I mean, it's not like he hasn't done everything he could do. I mean, he won just about everything he could win, so. Yeah. And plus, I mean, we've talked about it many times. I mean, this next-gen car is just really not even that. Like, I couldn't imagine being a crew chief on one of these things. Like, how less fun it would be, you know? Just driving a kit car. I mean, you're really kind of limited to what you can and can't do. I mean, yeah. I think that might be the end. I'm kind of with you. I think this will probably be the end of Rodney Childers' NASCAR Cup crew chiefing. It could probably end up taking another role. Makes the most sense. Yeah, it makes the most sense. Maybe we'll see him in a role like a competition director or somewhere, or maybe like I don't know, one of those cushy desk jobs where you work 3-4 days a week, you know, for one of these Cup teams. That'd probably be where I see him in the future. But Who knows? We'll find that out, I guess, over the next few months. But that is freaking hilarious. Vertically challenged should be in a Hobbit movie. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Alrighty. Like Tom was saying when we started this with the intro here, there's not a lot of talking points with the NASCAR Cup Series weekend, or I guess the entire NASCAR weekend at Talladega, because we Talladega'd. you know?
Yeah, we were there.
Oh man. So really, I guess the best way we could do this, Tom, is we can try to recollect what we remember. I haven't had a chance to rewatch any of the highlight videos, any of the races. I'm just gonna go strictly off of my memory and what I saw being posted post race with the Cup race, obviously with the disqualification. So I say let's get into the Cup race, man. The ARCA race? What was the main hit? The ARCA race. What did everybody show up to see? What did everybody want to watch? Old Cletus McFarland, man. That was so much fun. Down a cylinder, man. Down a cylinder. Didn't even get a chance to race with them boys. I was wondering the whole time, because we were little, early in the morning, having a few beers watching the race. Watched them lose the draft, and we're like, what's going on? And then we find out later that it was a cylinder down. So
yeah,
that's
RIP.
That was the best part of the race, in my opinion. Just cheering on old Cletus. His interview before the race was freaking awesome, dude.
He signed a dude's forehead.
Signed a dude's forehead.
I don't even know that guy.
What did he say? He said he's just gonna soar in there like a bald eagle on a landing or something like to that effect. This dude's a freaking beast, man. I hope he gets more NASCAR races. I think it's good for ARCA, dude. I mean, they tried to do that with Muniz, but then again, I think I said it during the race day. What was the biggest problem with Frankie Muniz with this stupid Rhett Jones Racing, dude? They cannot keep a car or a motor underneath Muniz at all. Yeah. And here we are 2 races in with Cletus, and we already got a motor issue. I mean,
yep.
It's just this. He needs to get a better ride. I mean, honestly. I mean, he doesn't need to sign any Ford dealer things or whatever. I mean, I don't know if maybe that was the only ride that he had an opportunity to rent for the weekend. I don't know how all that worked out with the logistics and contracts and everything, but dude, he needs a better ride, dude. I want to see Cletus. I think Cletus, legitimately, if he had a good ride, he could have competed for the win in this race, dude. There was legitimately only, 10 cars that were even good? I mean, oh, that's such a frustration. I guess the biggest thing, and all the Haley Deegan fans probably pissed off right now, but Lawless Allen, man, he ends up winning the ARCA race. In a race that he pretty much dominated. It was him or Sawalich, it felt like the whole race. It was like one of those two were going to win, and it came down to Lawless Allen, which surprised me. I didn't think he was ever going to win a race at any level in the top NASCAR series. He ends up winning at Talladega. And was it Isabella Robusto got a P3 finish?
Yep.
That's pretty good. I was tempted to put her as driver of the week, but I feel like there's some pretty good nominees this week. So I kind of left her off. We'll see what she could do moving forward in the ARCA series this year. But that's all I got from ARCA, man. It wasn't even a good race, dude, to be honest with you. From what I remember, there just wasn't anything really going on. I mean, it was, like I said, it was Sawalich and Lawless Allen up in front.
Those cars have they don't have a lot of power. They can't really utilize that outside lane. Even if it was like, I don't know, 4 cars on the inside and 8 cars on the outside, I feel like it just wasn't possible.
Right. You know? And like there's just not enough cars anyway to even make this pack even disrupt with air and even create any big.
There's just something fundamentally wrong with the ARCA cars at a super speedway track.
Yeah.
So they either got to take all the downforce off of it or give it more power to make it sustainable, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I mean, I guess the big upside, we left Daytona and everybody was saying ARCA should never run at super speedways again. And then we leave this weekend and I'm like, well, we didn't have any major wrecks. I mean, was there one wreck? I think it was the 99 car. Maples, I think, was the driver. He ends up wrecking at one point in the race. I remember that on the replay, but
the guy who blew the tire?
Yeah, the guy that blew the tire. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened really right behind us, man. That sounded like a freaking bomb went off.
Dude, that was crazy.
That dude hit that wall it sounded like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, we could see the out of turn 2, you could see the black stripe all the way out of turn 2. It was crazy, man. Like we heard it,
nailed the wall.
And then we all turn around and we see the stripe, and Yeah, we went to watch the replay. That was pretty wild, man. That was nuts. Other than that, I mean, there really wasn't any wrecks, dude. I mean, it was a pretty straightforward, clean race. What was this? Who's in the 76 car? I can't remember. Um, I want to say Casgrel, but it wasn't Casgrel. It was like whole something. It's a West Coast guy. I've seen him race around the West Coast a few times. He ended up he had a really fast car. I think he had one of the faster cars, but he ended up having he had a tire go down too, didn't he? And he had to make an unscheduled pit stop, end up losing a lap or two, and never was able to recover, if I remember right. Was mixing
Yeah.
up with the lead pack a lap or two down. That made it interesting, but there was not much at the ARCA race, to be honest with you guys. There's not much to cover here. Really just Cletus just getting forwarded, and then
Yeah.
Lawless Allen winning. Xfinity race. Excuse me. This is probably the best race of the weekend, in my opinion. Always is. Xfinity is always the best series. How about Jesse Love, man? That car was a freaking missile, bro. That car was a freaking rocket ship this race, man. He could do whatever he wanted with that car. He was taking it top shelf, bottom shelf, go to the back, go back to the front, was able to control the lines at the front of the field. And that's hard to do in these Xfinity cars. I mean, Austin Hill makes it look easy. It's not that easy. But Jesse Love, man, damn, he was fun to watch in this race.
Yeah. Yeah. I called him from the beginning to win this race, and honestly, whenever you go to a super speedway track, I mean, Austin Hill is going to be a force as well. But look, we got to talk about Jeb Burton here.
Yeah, we do.
And maybe a little bit of the controversy that happened before the end of the race with his mishap with Zilich. And maybe coming to the defense a little bit of Jeb, or maybe pointing out something else. But at first it looked like he just dumped Zilich, right? Going down the back straightaway there, but we got a really cool angle there on the broadcast showing that Zilich kind of made a little bit of a late block, and Jeb was already there. Jeb was getting pushed by Love, and so it just is one of those deals where I just feel like it just sucks. It just sucks to be in that position. Zilich, man, damn, did he have a fast car?
Oh, dude, he was doing so good, man. I want to see Zilich win so bad, dude. I got a little heated. I owe Jeb Burton a little bit of an apology because I kind of went on a 5-minute drunken tirade, throwing beers and shit, and getting all pissed off at the end of that race because I wanted to see Zilich win so bad. But yeah, Tom's right. We got a good angle. Like the first replay they showed us on the TV there, it didn't look good. It looked like it was Jeb's fault. And really why I came uncorked is because earlier in the race too, Tom, he ended up wrecking Sammy Smith into the wall and collecting Van Alst. And so it was like, and why I got so pissed off really to begin with is because me and Tom spent the last 6 months, 8 months on this channel bragging about how good Jeb Burton is, and he never wrecks anybody. And he doesn't. He never does. He never wrecks people. He doesn't mess anybody else's races up. He doesn't do stupid things on the track. I don't think we've ever nominated him for Bonehead of the Week. And then he does that stupid thing with Sammy Smith there early in the race, takes him out. And then to see how the race ended in the heat of the moment, got a little pissed off. So then once I saw the replay, I see Zilich did make a little bit of a late block. The upside to it though is he didn't make a double move, which we've seen a lot of that at Talladega in the last few years. Bubba Wallace is a big contributor to that in multiple races. But yeah, we didn't see a double move. The only thing is, man, I just don't see what else Zilich could have done in that situation, Tom. I feel like in that scenario, if he doesn't make that block, he loses. If he does make the block, he's losing because he's getting turned. There's nothing he could have done. He had a rocket ship.
No.
They timed it perfectly. They got the run on him. He was a little late to the block, and it just didn't work out for him. Hit the wall a ton. Walked away from the car because obviously the Xfinity cars are safer than the Cup cars, which is insane to think about. But yeah, and then the controversial finish there with the timing lights and the caution. I mean, again,
well,
can't finish a race under green.
Here's okay. Let's give the credit where the credit is due, though, right? Because NASCAR said that that's what they're gonna do for the rest of the time. And they did it. They didn't leave us guessing like what they did in Daytona, where they did two different things. So I guess give credit where credit is due. I still think it's BS, but and I'll have a point moving forward here on
Okay.
why I think.
Yeah. Well, I can't be too mad about it. I just my thing is we just need better distinction on timing lines. We need better camera angles because we never got a good camera. Like they showed the
No,
the
we didn't.
screen picture and like you can't freaking tell, man. Like I don't know. Again, why put transponders in the car if we're gonna go back to using the front of the cars measuring the noses? That's my only gripe with it. I don't really mind that we ended under yellow. I say it all the time. If we're gonna do it, let's do it consistently. Like Tom said, they've made their precedent. And as long as they stick to it, I can live with it. You know, I can even if I don't like the outcome, I can live with it. And that's kind of what I did this weekend. I guess the other big incident we do have to talk about, Tom, though, is that Eric Almirola one. I mean, what the hell happened there? He just completely clears himself up into the third line and completely wipes out Catherine Legg, man. Like, she gets taken out last week by Sawal or by was it Sawalich that ran over at Rockingham? Then she gets absolutely TKO'd this week by Almirola, man. Like, dude, she's just getting used and abused out there, man. I mean, that was 100% Almirola. I don't know if it was a spotter issue. I don't know if Almirola was late to make the move when they got called clear. I don't know if the spotter didn't call him clear and he cleared him. I don't know what the hell happened. I'd have to go back and listen to it, but
Yeah,
dude, that's
the spotter
crazy.
the spotter called him clear,
That's insane to
and
me.
yeah, because Almirola got really mad on the radio during the wreck,
I would have been pissed
like
too.
really mad.
Oh man, I would have been furious, dude. Like that's unbelievable. I mean, if you when we watched the replay coming up down the back straightaway, it looked like he could have cleared up like 100, 200 yards before he ever did. I don't understand
Yeah,
what was
no,
going on.
I don't
Uh,
understand either. It
I'm
could have
gonna.
just been a perception thing
It could have been. I
from the
mean,
spotter's stand.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird situation. Weird situation. Um, it's gonna land Almirola on the bonehead of the week because we got a couple of nominees here. But Austin Hill wins, like I said, with the timing thing. I thought the our Xfinity race was pretty fun. There was a little bit of pitch strategy involved. We saw Love and was it Love and Hill pitted way out of sequence early on everybody. I thought that was gonna screw them, but they somehow were able to recover from that. They did get a timely caution in a situation where they had already pitted, the field hadn't pitted, so they ended up cycling them back to lead anyway. So they kind of got bailed out of that strategy, which I would have liked to see that play out. That would have been interesting if that would have played out, like the Cup race, which we'll get into that in a second. Um, and then I mean, we saw like Tom said, Zilich had a rocket ship, man. Love had a rocket ship. Sanchez, let's talk about Sanchez for a minute. That car was fast, dude. It felt like if he was ever to
Yes.
get to the lead, he was going to control that race. Never was able to get past what second, third, or fourth the whole race. It felt like he was just kind of trapped there behind obviously Love and Hill, and then when Zilich got up there. But um, God, Nick Sanchez was fun to watch. I remember that one move he made where he went top shelf, split two guys, went bottom shelf, blocked the line. I mean, that was one of the craziest moves, man. I like Sanchez was fun to watch in this race, but so was Love. Love was doing some crazy stuff too. Xfinity cars, Talladega, great combination. I would have loved to see that race play out without that caution. I think that would have been interesting watching Love and Hill try to rebound from that maybe mistime pit sequence because it felt like nobody else maybe got the memo that they were pitting, or maybe they knew they were pitting and decided, hey, let's leave them to themselves, because they're the cars to beat. Let's do something different. I don't know what happened there, but that would have been intriguing to see that play out. Didn't get it, but still a great race. I think the best race of the weekend. All right, let's talk about the Cup race. Let's wrap it up there, and then maybe we can talk about a little bit of Dega stuff in between. Maybe just kind of our experience, what we can share at least. um, all right. I guess the first thing I want to nominate Kyle Busch as a bonehead of the week. We'll talk about that more in a minute, but he had two crucial mistakes in this race. First off, the pit, that first green flag pit cycle. I don't know if that maybe had miscommunication with spotter. I don't know if he was trying to pit or wasn't trying to pit, but he ran into the side of Keselowski, caused a little chain reaction on pit entry, collected Blaney, pretty much ruined all three of their days. And then Kyle Busch later in the race has a speeding penalty in the final stage, completely ruined his race. Uh, that was un KFB in my opinion. That was a That was a very, very bad race. I think I watched a little clip out of the Door Bubba Clear, and he said that he totally botched this weekend. So I would totally agree with that. That's from my perspective. That's what I saw. And then the other major incident in this race, Tom, I think there was only the 2 wrecks, and the other one was that Busher Bell wreck where Bell was leading the race and kind of cleared to the bottom or got a bad push by Hamlin and went into the inside wall, ended his day, collected Busher, which had a pretty fast car as well as Busher. Um, that was basically your only 2 wrecks. I guess my biggest, I mean, we've got so much people hating on this race, Tom. And I guess my biggest takeaway is at least we finally got to see one of these super speedway races play out with strategy at that final stage. That final stage was actually pretty entertaining because I mean, obviously did a lot of fuel saving and everything, but the Toyotas cycled to the front. And then the Toyotas pitted like what 10, 15 laps sooner than the Chevys and Fords did. And we're sitting there. I'm looking over at my dad. I'm over there talking. I'm like, hey, I think the Toyota's going to win this race. I think they planned this perfectly because if a caution comes out, everybody else got to pit. Toyotas are going to cycle to the front. But if they don't, they had no issues on pit road. They all blended back together perfectly in a perfect line. I was like, wow, the Toyotas are going to be able to get a big gap built here. And then when the Fords and Chevys pit, like they're going to cycle in front of everybody. But it was the opposite. The overcut worked. The Chevys were the last ones to pit, and they end up cycling to the lead, minus Cindric and Priest, who executed the best out of the Fords that cycled in front of them. And the Toyotas were back in that race. Absolute non-factor. I mean, when's the last time we've seen a super speedway race, Tom, play out with strategy like that? That was actually pretty entertaining. I enjoyed that. A lot of people hated it because we didn't get the big wreck. I saw a lot of people on social media shitting on this race because of that. And I think that's mainly the reason is because we didn't get a big wreck. But, man, it was cool to finally see one of these plate races not end under yellow and a controversial BS finish and somebody nearly dying and seeing a little bit of strategy and when they pit and when they don't pit and maybe baking on a caution to be able to undercut and be able to have the track position. It was I thought that was intriguing. I enjoyed that aspect of the race. Oh, shoot. I did it again, Tom. Dang it. Let me fix it. I don't know why it does that. Let me reset my headset. One second. Sorry about this, everybody. Alrighty. Mic check.
Test.
There it is. Perfect. I don't know why it does that.
Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying was, you know, I don't have a problem with any of that. I think that is typically what a normal race is. The only gripe I have about this race, and it's literally the only gripe. Well, I got 2 gripes actually. The last 10 laps. What did we see?
Commercial.
Well, okay, well, I got 3 things to gripe about because you brought that up. So yes, commercials terrible, awful. We had a commercial with 6 laps to go. 6. That's crazy. That's crazy. Second thing, with everything that was going on strategy wise, these drivers, they couldn't make anything happen in the 3rd lane. There was no pushing to create a better position because they couldn't. They literally could not do anything with these cars. So everybody just stayed in their lane and pushed like a mother till the end. So like there was no action. I can understand that. When NASCAR goes out and preaches action, 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 well, this is what the next gen car is. This is what's best. 3 wide finish at Atlanta. Hallmark of the series, and then we go out and do this. Like, this is super lame, in my opinion. Third thing, John Hunter Nemechek coming out of the pits, spins out on the racetrack, no caution. Who's going to convince me that NASCAR cares about safety?
I am with you 100%. I think I heard you over there yell something at the TV, and then I look up and I see it, and I'm like, what the hell is going on now? Why?
I was pointing at my hat.
I don't Yeah, he had the Big Daddy NASCAR.
Oh, it's not in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
There's no reason for that. That's absolutely bonkers. I mean, and I can no, I can't understand it. There's no understanding that. We're still under a pit sequence, dude. Like
So stupid.
it doesn't make any sense. That
It doesn't matter though. Like I don't care if we're under a pit sequence. I don't care if Donald Trump is flying into the infield. I don't care if Jesus coming for the second coming of Christ. Right? If we're going to stick to an idea of safety first, then you have to stick to it. That's
I'm with you.
what like so I go back to the Xfinity race and the ending to that race. We go out and we say we have to call the caution for driver safety. For driver safety. That is the reason why. Driver safety. And then in the Cup race the very next day, we got a driver spinning out on an active green track. And there's nothing done there. There's nothing. That's wrong. That is wrong.
Yeah, you can't make it up.
So again, it's all a farce. It's all a farce. People arguing for last lap cautions. It's a farce. All of it is. It's just for namesake of saying that NASCAR cares about safety. When they don't. They really don't.
I agree. I mean, and the thing is, Tom, is it's trickling down, dude, because I went to my local short track the week before I went to Dega, and there was multiple times where a car spun. This is a quarter-mile short track, right? Car spun, like, say, off of turn 2, and it's sitting there in turn 2, and they let him race all the way back into turn 1 before the yellow came out. Like, it's a trickle down. You see the big boys do it, and then these other tracks are doing it too, and it's just like, at some point, man, like, somebody's life has got to be more important than keeping the show rolling. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I mean, who knows what could have happened there? It could have been a bad deal. And we've seen crazy shit happen at Talladega, especially. I mean, we've seen it at other tracks too, but I mean, yeah, I'm with you. We need to start throwing these yellows. It's ridiculous. I guess the last few things. Cindric wins. Crazy. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. I had him on my fantasy lineup, so it kind of worked out for me. Finally gets a super speedway win, I guess, considering that he's probably one of the top in the game. Played the strategy perfectly. They executed on pit road. He did a great job blending back into traffic, did a good job in his in and out laps, and then was able to keep the momentum rolling on the bottom. So that's all that mattered to get the win here. And then let's talk about Priest and Logano both getting disqualified. You had the inside scoop on that one a little bit. So it was something to do with washers or something on the spoiler.
Yeah, so Priest had too many shims in his rear spoiler.
That's what it was.
Why are you getting disqualified for something that takes performance away from the vehicle?
Yeah, right? That's what I thought. That's more that you're just creating more drag if you're getting the spoiler up higher.
Anyways, Joey Logano was caught without a bolt. 1 out of the 19 bolts on the rear spoiler. Competitive advantage, I guess. Fucking what the hell?
Weight
Good
reduction,
Lord.
bud.
Yeah, wait. Okay, yeah, like we're talking like 100 grams. Good Lord, it's not gonna matter with these cars and the drafting package that they have. It's just all ridiculous. It's all just a freaking clown show. It's like the clown show of the Cletus RVs rolling into Talladega. It's just for entertainment. There's no like it factor with this series anymore, and it's so bad.
It's so watered down. It's so watered down. I mean, it's like literally the clown car rolling up into Talladega.
Yeah, it's like like a 1990s Ford Fiesta, and you got like 15 people crawling out of it, and they're all wearing like camo overalls with cowboy boots. It's
jorts.
just a damn show. Yeah, jorts. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. Alrighty, I guess Talladega. It's fun. I had a blast. Can't miss it for the world. I'm exhausted. Voice is gone. Had allergies like crazy. I never get allergies. I go to the south for 5 days and I'm sicker than anything. It happens to me every year. Got to figure out how to get over those allergies next year. I'm already feeling better, Tom. I got off the plane and I was like, I can breathe, which
Yeah,
is
right.
so crazy, dude, because it's so dry here and it's so high elevation. But it's like, man, I don't have all that pollen. Everything doesn't mess me up here. It's weird. Um, yeah, and then yeah, we saw Kyle Hendricks, Rob Collier, Matt Yost. Good to see you guys. Sean Harrell,
Yes.
and Zach
Yes.
Bates. Great seeing you guys again. Came over and hung out with us, drank a few beers with them boys, chatted. Fun times,
Oh man. Sean was on another level this weekend. Good lord.
man.
That guy can polish off a case of beer like it's freaking candy, man.
Those natty
That
light or
guy
those
was
was it the natty
litty.
lights or whatever, the Nashville lights?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. He was going, man.
It was impressive. It was impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
I was impressed. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would have been done. I mean, I was
Yeah.
pretty much at my limit anyway. I did good. Good thing is, Tom, no hangovers this year. That's the first.
Yeah.
Liquid IVs. I sponsor us. I swear, we need one.
Please.
Like
Please.
we will be your biggest advocates. They won't even be close.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
literally
we're the
tried
we're
and true.
the we're the Talladega welcoming committee.
Yes.
And we could get you a big old sign right at the
Big
entrance
sign.
of the gate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giant sign. And we could, if you could even hook us up with a couple cases, we could start handing them out, get some self promotion.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
a rep
We
over
should
there
do
hanging
that.
out with
Yeah.
us. We got a mascot
Yeah.
for you. I mean, pick one. You got Jesus. You got Ricky Bobby. We got Nacho Libre. We got Santa.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. Next year we'll have Colonel Sanders back. We'll have the whole gang there. You know, we could have the
Yeah.
whole thing. I was thinking about it too today, Tom. I was like, you know, John with the mustache. You know who he should have went as? He should have went as damn Dale.
Boomhauer. Oh yeah, Dale.
You
Dale,
could have
yeah.
got a freaking Dale Goodwrench freaking jumpsuit. You could have been Dale Earnhardt. He would have been a perfect Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it
Yeah,
was
he
fun,
would've.
man. If you guys saw us or got any videos or footage of us, send them this way. Put them on the Discord. I gotta see. We had a great
Yes.
time. That was fun.
Yes, we did.
Everybody we saw, hung out with. I thought it was a great time, man. We hung out at basically at the camp the whole time, and we had some new people come.
Yeah.
Which they seemed to enjoy it. We had a great time. Enjoyed their company. It was just fun, man. It's nothing better than 5 days sitting at the infield of Talladega, relaxing, getting some heat, getting the tan. I got a little bit of a tan going. Got some
Oh
sunburn
yeah,
on my
me too.
legs.
I mean, look at this.
Oh yeah,
Look at that.
Tom's got it for
I got
sure.
I got a farmer's tan going on. This side's pretty good too. You can tell there.
My
Yeah.
legs are freaking cherry red, dude.
It's
Because
same.
I don't wear shorts. This is like the first time I wore shorts in like 3 years, dude.
Yeah,
I got
I was
burned.
jumping into bed last night and I was like, golly, my legs hurt bad. And so I like pulled the covers off and it's dark in my room and I'm looking at my leg and I could see the red. Like I could just see
radiating.
it. And yeah, like I was like, good lord. I don't remember it hurting this bad while I was in Talladega. And then I remembered I drank a lot.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's probably why.
Shake a lot. I don't know. It didn't hit me until I got to the hotel and I got one of them nice, hot, steamy showers,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
And I was like, oh boy, that hurts. That doesn't feel good. Not at all.
Yeah, I didn't even take a hot shower. I took a cold shower. I took a cold shower the morning or Monday morning. And man, it was so nice, so refreshing, and I didn't have a hangover. I was just ready to go. Like yeah, cold showers are the way to go, especially in the South when it gets like when the heat radiates like the devil's armpit. Like it's just so nice.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot. And I'm surprised I got as burned as I did, man, because I put on a ton of sunscreen. I think I put on some spray and some of the lotion, dude, and I still got burned up. So I just don't think there's any way to prevent it. Allergies and sunburns, dude, you're never going to prevent it. We found a way to cure the hangovers. We figured that out. But the sun and allergies got me this year. Good. So I guess I could deal with a little bit of allergies, a little bit of sunburn, as long as I'm not just pounding headache and just miserable sick
Yes.
the whole time.
The only thing that I battled that whole time was just being drowsy.
Yeah.
Just drowsy. And that was only during dude, I fell asleep during the cup race. Straight up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I straight up fell asleep and I woke up to some dude laughing at me and saying, "Hey, he must have had a good time last night." And I was like,
man.
Yeah, I did, but I'm not hungover or anything. I'm just tired. So, what we were pretty much up until 3 o'clock every night.
Yeah, it was fun. If you guys saw the community page, we got a good video of some guy showing off his parkour abilities on a fence. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that. We probably have some more clips. We got one with some pretty nice scooters. We had Ricky Bobby and Nacho Libre riding some scooters. I'm gonna try and get that posted to the community page sometime this week as well. That was a pretty fun time doing some tricks. I think Tom got some air on one of them, little wheelie hop
I
on the
did.
front tire. It was just pretty damn cool. So we got some pretty
Yes.
cool stuff. We're gonna sort through the footage and everything over the next few weeks. If you guys want, join our Patreon page. Planning on making another one of those 2025 legendary Dega Boys awesomeness videos. Just all the memories, man. So much fun.
Yeah. I think probably one of my favorite memories from this weekend was it was Saturday night, and we were all sitting next to the road, and we were drinking, we were having a good time, we were talking to people were talking back to us, and it was right before the concert, so there was just massive amounts of people coming through. One of the guys start walking by, and it's Jesus Christ, it's Jesus, and the other one is like, holy shit, it's Santa, and then he's like, oh my God, it's Ricky Bobby, and he's like, holy cow, there's Nacho Libre, and then he looks at Jared, and he goes, oh my God, run, Forrest, run! And Jared just throws his hat down, turns around, and just starts freaking running down one of the roads. And I'm like, oh Jesus, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm sitting there, I'm almost falling back in my chair. I can't contain myself. And then I'm sitting there, and I'm probably beat red. Just I can't breathe. I'm laughing so hard. Here comes Jared out of the other road. He ran across multiple campsites, and he came back around, and he's just sitting there like this, just.
And he had the form down too.
He did. Oh yeah. The elbows going like this, and then and his knees hitting his chest as he's running. Like, it's just incredible. It was the most incredible, impeccable timing move that I have ever seen in my life. Like, seriously, WWE doesn't have shit on that.
No.
That was just incredible. That was incredible.
Oh man.
I'll never forget that.
I'll never forget that.
I was walking at work today, going to another building, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my phone, reading emails, and I catch myself going like this. I look at it and I'm like, oh my God. That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I started dying laughter right then and there. People were looking at me. I don't care. That was the funniest thing I have ever seen.
Oh man, that was so much fun. I mean, it was just such a ball, man. It was such a ball. The costumes, we got an awesome photo. I'm gonna put to the community page here tonight.
Yes.
Of Nacho Libre, and then it was Forrest Gump, Jesus in the middle, Santa Claus, and Ricky Bobby, and all five of us with the sun coming behind Jesus, so it looks like there's a glow coming from the heavens.
Yep.
And then we're all just there with like our Jared.
And then there's the
with
Talladega sign behind it that says "This is Talladega." Oh, it's a beautiful picture. I already set it as my profile picture and everything, and it's just incredible. It's incredible.
Get it posted on the Instagram and the community page for you guys here tonight. I'll get it. I think it's already in the Discord. I'm not sure. If it's not, we'll make sure it is, and we'll get that posted. We need to get that put on a t-shirt. That is just what we should do is we need to find someone that's good with graphic, or like making stuff into cartoonish, like the Tommy Milner. We need to get somebody that can make that into a cartoon and put it on a t-shirt.
Yes.
That would be sick, dude. So hit us up if anybody's good at figuring out how to do something like that. Maybe we can get AI to do it for us or something. We'll figure it out, because that is a t-shirt I want to make for sure. That was such a beautiful
what's really good thing about that photo was Santa wearing a shirt that says "I do it for the hose."
Oh man, I love it. Oh man, I sat there today and I was like, I wonder how many damn photos, like how many Instagram feeds we're all in this weekend. I swear I probably took another. I took 100 like pictures. It felt like last year. I probably took about the same this year.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's like I
I
don't want
can't
to do
believe it.
it, but then I'm like, you know what? I feel bad because like we dressed up, like they're like having this experience, or like here we are at Dega, so like you break down, you take the photo with people, and it's just, um, we're just people of the people, man. People of the
Yeah.
people at Dega. So,
We
um,
are the Talladega welcoming committee.
yes, you can't miss us. You coming through that turn two tunnel or out of that turn two tunnel, there we are. That every year we'll be right there, propped up, costume and all. Yeah, it took me 45 minutes to shave or when I got off the plane to this afternoon, boys. So it was a rough one, but we're gonna grow it back out, do it again next year. All right. If you guys watching, just post your favorite Talladega memory. Maybe you went to the track, you were there, maybe you watched it on TV. I don't know what it is. Maybe a story from the past. I don't know. I want to hear it. Let us know about Talladega because I think it is the greatest, most fun time that you could possibly have, and it's worth the sick that you get, the tired, the fatigue, the allergies, the sunburn. It's worth all of it, man. It's so much fun. You guys don't ever have a chance to go, you gotta go. It's great. The Dega boys went and Dega hard this year. Alrighty, let's do driver of the week, bonehead of the week. Drivers of the week. I'm gonna nominate Cletus, 7 cylinders, gets a top 10 in the ARCA race. Imagine what he could have done on all 8. I gotta nominate Matt DiBenedetto, P5 in the Xfinity Series race. I look up at the end, and he's in the mix in the final top 10 right there at the end, battling for a chance for a top 5. That was pretty cool to see. And then I gotta nominate Hosen Karsavar. That man executed on basically every damn pit stop, and he was always coming out in the lead of all those groups. And even in the final one, he did as well. Before obviously Cindric Caprice kind of took control there. So good job by him this weekend as well. P6. Boneheads, Jeb Burton, for I think first time we've ever nominated him, crashing Sammy Smith. That was pretty bad. Eric Almirola clearing himself on the nose of Catherine Legg. Nominate him. And then also Kyle Busch with all of his pit road disasters this weekend. Unbelievable. Point standings in the Cup Series. Byron still holds the points lead over Larson and Hamlin after the Talladega weekend. All right. We're going to wrap this podcast up here with the final segments, which is going to preview this weekend's upcoming races. This weekend we got Trucks, Xfinity Cup at Texas Motor Speedway. IndyCar, Indy NXT is back this weekend at Barber. And F1 is back for, what is this, the 4th year now of Miami Grand Prix? Something like that. So we're going to preview those for you next. Truck Series notable entries, Brandon Jones with Tricon in the one truck. Sanchez and Carsavar both with Spire this weekend in trucks. Stephen Parsons with Young's Motorsports, and then Luke Fenhouse with ThorSport again this weekend. Xfinity, Corey Day with HMS in the 17, Riley Herbst with Junior or JGR in the 19, and then Catherine Legg again making another start in the number 32 for Jordan Anderson. And then the Cup Series, Jesse Love making another Cup Series start with Beard Motorsports this weekend. Shout out to them this weekend at Talladega. By God, did Anthony Alfredo have a damn good run. We never even talked about that, but man, he led what? 30 laps there in the middle of stage 2.
Yeah.
That was fun to watch. He had a rocket ship and he was driving the hell out of it. And then Chad Fincham this weekend will be in the 66 for Garage 66. All right, Truck Series this weekend, the SpeedyCash.com 250 on Friday. I'm going to go with Hosen Karsavar this weekend. I think he gets the job done. A former winner at Texas. I think he got his first career truck win at Texas. I think he's going to be extremely fast. Those Spire trucks have been fast. We saw what Larson could do behind the wheel of them. I think Karsavar is more than capable of getting the job done this weekend. I'm going to take him to win. And then my dark horse, I think he's really good at mile and a half. He's proved it. I mean, this man is on the cusp of winning a race, dude. On the absolute freaking cusp. I'd go with Caden Honeycutt as my dark horse there in the trucks.
All right. For my favorite, I'm gonna go with my normal. I'm gonna go with Enfinger. And then for my dark horse, I am on that. I'm on that Honeycutt train. I really am. I think that he's got a great team behind him. He's got the best crew chief in the damn world with him as well. I think it's just a matter of time of Honeycutt getting some more experience, some more vibes with that team as well. And I think we'll see. I think we'll see Honeycutt up there. I truly hope what we're starting to see here is kind of like a Lane Riggs situation where it's going to take him a little bit, but he's going to catch on, and when he catches on, it's over. It's over. I think we're witnessing the next Lane Riggs.
I agree. I'm a huge fan of Konica. I'm excited to see what he can do this weekend at Texas under the lights in the Truck Series on Friday. All right, Saturday, the Xfinity Series, the Andes Frozen Custard 300. Um, man, there. I wanted to take somebody different, but you know what? I'm riding that Zilly train, boys. He's gonna get it done this weekend. He is unbelievable qualifying. I mean, he qualifies up front every damn race. He's figuring out these mile and a halves. People kind of forget that he's really not an oval guy. He grew up road racing, go karting, sports car racing, Trans Am, LMP2. I mean, that's what he does. I mean, and now he's trying to transition to stock cars, and on top of that, learn ovals. It's a matter of time before he wins one. I think Texas is going to be a perfect track for him if he qualifies up front. We know how tough it is to pass at Texas, even in the Xfinity cars with how they kind of ruin the reconfiguration there. And I think that Zilich has learned enough. I don't think we're gonna have any pit road penalties this weekend, boys. He's not gonna get involved in any accidents. He's made a lot of mistakes that he's learned from. I'm looking for Connor Zilich. See Zilly, 88 machine in victory lane this weekend. Redemption from Talladega. And then my dark horse, this man came, I swear to God, a quarter's width flat on the ground away from winning here last year. And that just absolute disappointment of a finish, in my opinion, because it sucked so bad. It got taken out early at Dega, ruined his chances. I think that he is a legit contender to win this weekend at Texas Motor Speedway. That is the man, Ryan Sieg.
Yeah. Look, I really did think this over a lot, and I'm just a huge fan of these two drivers. They're not racing for top tier equipment, but god damn are they good drivers. And you know what? I'm taking two dark horses this weekend, and I'm fairly confident that these two drivers can have an opportunity to win the race first off, but really get some decent finishes if they don't get caught up in other people's crap. So with that being said, I'll put my favorite as Ryan Sieg because I put that man as my dark horse pretty much every weekend. There's very, very slim opportunities in the past where I haven't done it. So I'm going to take him as my favorite. And then for my dark horse, I'm going Parker Retzlaff. What an absolute animal that guy is, especially racing for Alpha Prime. I mean, good lord, he's putting that team on his back. It's almost like we're witnessing the Verstappen of the Red Bull world here with Retzlaff and Alpha Prime. So I'm really, really, really excited to see what both of these guys can do this weekend. This is probably going to be the best race of the weekend. I'm going to put that over the IndyCar race because I freaking hate Barber. So there's that.
Alrighty. Next is and now that you speak of Barber, IndyCar's back. It is the month of May. We got the Indy NXT race on Sunday morning with the Grand Prix of Alabama. I am going this weekend. I'm going to take Dennis Hauger. Absolutely pretty much dominated the field there at St. Pete in the opener. I think he does the same. He is going to be an IndyCar driver next year. It's shades of Rasmussen, shades of Louis Foster. I think it's going to have one of those type of seasons. I think he gets the job done this weekend at the Grand Prix of Alabama in the NXT. My dark horse, I'm going to go with Lockie Hughes. I'm going to take him as dark horse now because I think it's a matter of time before he wins. I've seen him all the way through the ranks. I've saw him in the USF 2000s, USF Pro 2000s. Now he's in Indy NXT, finished second to Hauger at St. Pete. He's in Andretti equipment. It's a matter. It's not if you can win. It's when he's going to win. It could be this weekend. So I'm going to use him as my dark horse this weekend because I think it's going to run out before we know it.
I'm going to go with Hogger too because what a freaking show he put on at St. Pete, man. That was insane. I think most likely early contender for champion. Just what he put on there at St. Pete was just incredible. Actually, it was actually incredible. And then for my dark horse, I'm going to go with Collette. He's doing really well. I think he's P3 in points right now, or he finished third in St. Pete. So yeah, he's P3 in points. So had a great run there, but nothing for Hauger. I don't know who's going to take it to him this year because I'm kind of excited to see what these guys can do against Hauger in Barber.
Heck yeah, I'm excited. It should be a pretty good race, and like I think that those three are pretty much your championship favorites: Hauger, Lucky Hughes, and Kyle Collette. I think it's gonna be between those three. So, should be a good race. Round two of the Indiana XT season. We'll see how it all plays out. Make sure you guys keep your eyes pinned on that 38 car, the most generational talent driver we've ever seen. We'll see how that driver does this weekend. Alrighty, and now when it comes to Sunday, the IndyCar, the Children of Alabama IndyCar Grand Prix of Barber. Man, Tom, I was thinking, who's going to win this race? And I know Penske's been terrible. I hear you out there. They can't qualify. They haven't had really the pace. If you take away the little bit of glimpse of excellence they had there at St. Pete, they were terrible at Long Beach. They were really not that good at Thermal either. But if it's not now, when will it be? This man, Scott McLaughlin, has won at Barber twice now in his career. This is his by far best track on the IndyCar's calendar. It's the month of May. Penske is about to turn up, be Penske again, and it all starts this weekend with Scott McLaughlin absolutely obliterating the field at Barber, leading basically the entire race, minus either obviously the pit cycles, and takes the win. Gets his third Barber win in what, 4 years? I think it's just time. It's time that Scotty Mack gets into the championship fight somehow, some way. My dark horse, I'm going with Felix Rosenqvist again. I mean, dude, you can't say enough about this guy. This guy has been on unbelievable this year. I think he's top 10 in every race so far. He's had pace. He was running second there for a good chunk of that St. Pete race before the strategy flipped on him. Qualified good at top 10, ran what, 5th to 7th all day at Thermal, ran 3rd to 5th all day at Long Beach. I mean, he sitting 3rd in points right now. Rosenqvist, man, watch out. He's a championship contender, I believe, this early in the year, and I think he's a race winning contender when we get further down the line
here. I'm going to go with my normal CRB just because I believe. Look, in the past, this race has really been a really strong suit for Penske. So I really am. Actually, I'm kind of excited to see what Penske can do this weekend because they have been such dog water this year. They've been behind, even the likes of Foyt this year. So, I mean, it's saying something. Something's going on there at Penske. I don't know what it is. But we'll see. But I'm going to go with Pillow for my favorite. My dark horse, I'm still on that Malukas train. Unfortunately, still at Foyt. But I think soon he'll be at Penske.
Heck yeah. I like that pick. I like that pick a lot. I'm excited for this race, Tom. I think Barber, I mean, it's not the greatest track, but IndyCar, man, it's been a great season so far with IndyCar, and I hope that we see some more great strategy racing like we've seen in the first 3 races. I'm sure it's going to happen, and who knows, man? Who knows what's going to happen? We don't even know what tire is going to be the best tire, whether it's going to be the soft or the hard. You never know with IndyCar. It's like flipping a coin, so we'll find out when that race begins. It should be fun. All right, next on Sunday, the Miami Grand Prix for Formula One. Man, again, what an amazing F1 season we've had so far. I mean, every race has pretty much been a banger. We've had drama in every single one. I think it continues. The World Championship fight is just wide open at this point. I think it's a 4-man race at this part of the season. We'll see, obviously, what Ferrari can do to fight back into it. But right now, it's basically between Verstappen, the 2 McLarens, and Russell. And with that being said, man, Verstappen has been just unreal at Miami the last few years. He should have won Jeddah. I mean, if that whole incident in turn 1 didn't happen, he wins Jeddah. He's in the championship fight. I think he gets the job done this weekend. I don't think the McLarens have anything for him. They're gonna put up a hell of a fight, but McLaren is gonna continue to beat the same bush over and over again, and that's that Lando Norris bush. And it's just not gonna play out for him. It's just not gonna work, dude. It's this whole McLaren thing. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired of hearing about them. Tired of looking at them. Tired of this whole narrative around Zach Brown and Lando Norris and their whole bromance they got going on. I'm rooting to see the downfall, to be honest with you. So I want to see Verstappen win this weekend. I'm putting confidence in him to get it done and climb himself closer back into the championship fight. And then my dark horse, I have a good feeling about Haas this weekend, Tom. I really do. I mean, Haas, this has been the trend all year. One bad race, one good race. Bad race, good race. Well, the last race they had was at Jeddah, and it was a bad race. I think that this is their good race here at Miami this weekend. I think Ocon puts a Haas in the points this weekend. That's my dark horse.
All right. Well, for my favorite, man, you just can't deny it. Max Verstappen is probably the greatest driver to ever hit F1. And we're witnessing it in real time. I mean, you could throw the argument out that, Hamilton or Schumacher or Ayrton Senna or whoever. And Ayrton Senna would probably be the closest just because of comparable to the cars that they had at the time. But what Verstappen is doing right now just goes to prove how much raw talent this guy has. It's incredible. It's incredible to watch him. It's incredible to use up every inch of the racetrack. It's incredible for him to find every loophole that he can while driving a car, while talking to his team about what his car is doing. The processing power that this man has in his brain while doing so many other things is just beyond comprehension at this point. I mean, it's like this guy's just a freaking alien. He really is. He's some sort of silicone life-based form. You could just go in there, upgrade his software, and I mean, you could probably do that to. I mean, if you could do that to somebody, you could possibly get to his level. I mean, it's still not 100%. I mean, it's just crazy what Verstappen can do, especially with that dog water car that they have right now. So, he's just one of those drivers, man, where he's going to create the drama. He's going to create the edge of your seat kind of adrenaline rush while you're thousands of miles away from the racetrack. I think he's just 1 in 1,000,000. In fact, I think he's 1 in 100 million. I just don't think that there's a lot of people like that. But if anybody here in the paddock that could do it right now in that car, Verstappen's the only person I would choose. There's nobody else. Then for my dark horse, I'm sticking with it. I think this guy's the next greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm going with Kimi Antonelli for my dark horse.
I like it. I like it. I like the picks. Yeah, dude, I'm with you too. I mean, everybody's probably going to start counting Verstappen out, especially if they build a little bit of a gap on him. But dude, by the end of the year, Verstappen is going to have a chance at that world title, regardless of what has happened throughout the season. He'll find a way. He's a beast. 1 in 100 million, 1 in 1 billion, 1 in 1 trillion. I mean, he is amazing. It's unbelievable. All right. And then on Sunday, the final race of the weekend, that would be the Cup Series at Texas, the Worth 400. I'm going with your 2025 NASCAR Cup Series champion, Christopher Bell, to win this weekend. He's also running at the dirt track on Thursday and Saturday at Texas Motor Speedway. All it's going to do is just make him a better driver. He's hungry. He's had a little bit of a win this drought. He kind of got taken out at Talladega. He's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I think he gets the job this weekend at Texas, and I think we get one of those classic Christopher Bell dominant performances this weekend. And then my dark horse, again, Hostin Carsovar, man. This dude is a freaking beast, dude. I mean, NASCAR desperately, I'm telling you, out of all drivers in the Cup Series right now, the one driver they need desperately to start winning races and be competitive on a regular freaking basis is Hostin Carsovar. If Hostin Carsovar doesn't go soy boy on us like Ross Chastain and actually starts winning some freaking races, dude, and starts ruffling some more fenders, dude, that's what NASCAR needs. Because KFB is turned into a hero. Chastain got neutered. We need a Hocevar in our life. So that's what I'm taking as my dark horse.
Great picks, Jay, because those are the same damn picks I have. Yep, everything what Jay said, everything I agree with. I think that the dirt track is going to play a crucial part in Bell's performance this weekend, and I think that Carson Hocevar is just, I think he's that guy. I really do. So the same picks,
Hell yeah, man, dude! Can you imagine if Carsovar wins this weekend, man? God damn, that'd be freaking awesome, dude. I was kind of hoping he was going to win at Talladega, dude. I thought he would have rode the Dente after the race, dude, if he'd won, dude. It would have been a freaking party, dude. Man. All right, fantasy picks for this weekend. I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna throw some random ones out there. I should have put Osvar on here. I might have to change that. I haven't used him at all this year, and I don't know why I haven't. I need to start using him. I keep forgetting he's there because he's so far down on the list, you know. But with that being said, I'll go with Bell because I think he's gonna win. I think Bubba's gonna be strong this weekend. I think he's gonna be solid top 5, top 10 all day long. I'm gonna put Elliott on there just because I haven't used him once this year. I might as well get my mulligan out of the way now. And then I'll take Chastain. If you look at the point standing, Chastain's 10th in points, and he really has found a way to finish top 10 every race. It's weird, dude. Like, he's non-factor. You look up at the end of the race, and he's in the top 10. And I think that, again, he's a great fantasy pick. And then I'm going to take Buescher this weekend. I think a lot of the same reason with Bell. I think there's a little bit of, maybe a little bit of fire underneath him after what happened at Talladega. And again, Chris Buescher is probably one of the best intermediate drivers in the Cup Series.
All right. For my picks, I'm going with Carson Hocevar and Bell. For the other picks, I'm going to choose Bowman. I think Bowman has been really strong here at Texas in the past. And I think that it's just another opportunity for him to come out here and get a good finish. He's had some bad times here, though, as well, where he got a concussion, had some pretty big wrecks. But I think that I honestly think that Bowman, this is one of Bowman's stronger tracks. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what he could do given the performance of Hendrick lately. So let's see. Next is Blaney. He's just on fire this year. Can't finish. Hopefully he'll finish here. And then for my last pick, I'm going with Ryan Preece. I think Ryan Preece is the bee's freaking knees, man. He gets he gets a good opportunity here at RFK. They're still building that program a little bit with Brad Keselowski, but Brad's doing a great job. I think that Ryan Preece is honestly the flagship car right now at RFK. So and it really doesn't surprise me. It doesn't, not at all.
I like that fantasy lineup. I think that might be one to get you back in this, Tom. I was looking at it. It's looking rough. It's looking rough down there at the bottom. I was looking good for a while there, and then it kind of fell apart a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if I can recover. We'll see. Now matchups, we got Reddick versus Elliott. I'm going to take Reddick over Elliott just because I feel a little more confident.
Oh. Well, yeah, duh. That's an easy pick. I'll take Red Dick over the 9 car any day of the week.
Red Dick over William Clyde Elliott Jr. All right, and then we got Bubba versus, I believe, Suarez. I'm gonna take Bubba over Suarez. Like I said, I think Bubba's gonna be a top 5, top 10 guy all day long. I think this is a strong track for him.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I feel like this is a no-brainer as well.
Okay. Next one is Chastain versus Keselowski. Again, I think Chastain over Keselowski is a great pick. Purely because of the point standings where Chastain is right now. He always finds a way to get in the top 10, it seems like. And Keselowski has just been dumpster this year. There's just no other way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Everything there as well. I think Ross Chastain's on a pretty good roll right now, and I don't know what happened to Keselowski, man. I don't know. It just kind of sucks, actually.
Alrighty. And then the last one is a teammate matchup. We got Logano versus Cindric. I'm going to take Logano over Cindric just purely for the fact that Logano always seems to do some random weird strategy at some point in the race and always backs himself into a better finish at the end. And I feel like that's just what's going to happen this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to take the opposite because typically, I mean, not typically, lately what we've been seeing, and this is not even including Talladega, we've seen Cindric have more speed than the 22 on a consistent basis. Even going through the latter half of last year. I mean, the 2 car was just better than the 22. What have we seen this year? We haven't seen a lot of that 22.
Yeah.
At all. You know, and so I think that Cindric at this point is, I wouldn't say a better driver, but just utilizing the equipment better than what Logano has. And maybe old habits die hard sort of deal. This car is just not jiving with Logano. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's backed into 2 championships now. Last year, freaking crazy. But regardless, I still think Cindric has this one over Logano.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm taking Logano, and I said it. I mean, Cindric will beat him if it's on pure pace, but I think strategy is really the only way I'm kind of banking on that. So, 100% agree with you with your Cindric take. And I feel like Cindric has matured a lot as a race car driver too.
Yeah.
He made that stupid thing at Coda, which was kind of a bad look. But other than that, I mean, for the most part, he has definitely kind of figured it out a little bit. So, all right, guys. I'm tired. I know Tom's tired. It was a long week at Talladega. We're not completely full energy on this Tuesday, but we didn't want to miss an awesome podcast for you guys. We're here every Tuesday, like clockwork, year round. Rain, snow, or shine, we're going to be here. We couldn't do it on Saturday. We apologize for that fact that we couldn't do a live at Talladega on Saturday. Me and Tom on Saturday morning woke up and we weren't sick. We weren't feeling hungover. We just didn't have voices. we literally
Yeah.
we're trying to have a conversation. We're sitting right next to each other trying to plan this out, and me and him are wheezing, and we couldn't even talk. Like I couldn't even hear Tom. Like his voice wasn't even there, and he was saying the same thing to me. We're like sitting there like two mimes trying to do sign language. We're like, how are we gonna do a podcast? This is impossible. So we weren't able to make that happen, and that was unfortunate. Like I said, maybe we'll figure something out for next year. I don't know if there is a way we could even save our voices, Tom. It seems like me and you get the allergies so bad we just don't have voices.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I
Yeah,
don't know what we can do.
it really is because, like, you know, I'm perfectly fine, and then I get outside for like a day here at the house playing outside with my kids, and the next morning, like, I start to get swollen glands here. My jaw hurts. My nose get all stuffed up. My throat hurts. Like, when I'm outside for that long, especially during the springtime, it just kills me. It just kills me. I seriously, like, when I change the filters in my house for my central heating, I can tell a difference. Like, that's just how crazy it is, and maybe I'm just like hypo allergenic uh to pollen and whatever, which could be the case. I think it is. I've never had allergies until I moved to the south, so, like, but yeah, I get absolutely demolished uh by allergies by just sitting outside. So Jay, let's be honest. You or I, we didn't we didn't even yell at
No.
one point during the entire weekend. Like, during the day, even when the races were going on. Like, I was so burnt out from what we did the previous night that, uh, like what we were talking about before the podcast, I fell asleep during the cup race. Straight up. I mean, it was like from lap 20 to lap 70. I was out. So, like, that was more like what I was doing every day. I was taking a midday nap and waiting for the party to happen at night. So, I don't know. It's just weird. I got to figure out a way where we can prevent that from happening or something. I even got new allergy medicine, which helped a lot. Like prescribed allergy medicine, which helped a lot. And I still had a little bit of a voice, but man, I still struggled. You struggled a lot too.
Oh, I was rough, dude. I remember what was it, Saturday? Oh, the allergies hit me so bad. My eyes were swollen shut, like
Yeah.
watering, like couldn't even keep them open. My nose was so clogged. I was nasally, like I couldn't talk. I took a bunch of meds. I mean, I'm telling you, I took allergy meds, nose drops, eye drops, ibuprofen. I took just about everything I possibly take just to make it through Saturday night. So, that whole day Saturday was just there was no voice to be had. So, um, but like you said, I don't get allergies ever. And then I go to Alabama for 5 days and I'm just a wreck. Then I come back and I'm
Yeah.
already feeling better. Like I could tell, like by tomorrow, my voice will probably be fully back. I mean, it was like a night and day difference. And again, dude, I remember when we were in North Carolina, I don't remember either of us ever having allergies in North Carolina. Or
No.
if we did, it might have been once in a blue moon, rarely, but like it's something about Alabama and Georgia, man, that just it gets me. So, um, yeah, we'll figure something out for next year. We'll try our best. It just is what it is. But also, I do want to mention one thing. The month of May is upon us, and I want to do a motorsports madness esque competition or thing on this channel. Um, I'm thinking what we should do, Tom, to make this fun. Let's pick one race every weekend, or maybe two races each weekend, and we'll just post in the community page, and everybody just comments below uh, the pick for that weekend. And
Yep.
at the end of the month, whoever has the least, and you get points based upon finishing. So if your guy wins the race, you get 1 point. You finish second, you get 2 points. The guy at the end of the month who has the least amount of points, we will try to send you a Dega Boys, a Big Daddy NASCAR hat, or some type of merch item. I will do that personally. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a fun little competition on the channel. And remember, pick a driver to win. You'll get the least amount of points at the end of the month. You are the Motorsports Madness champion for this year. And it's going to be fun. Keep along with the races. We'll obviously do the Coke 600, the Indy 500, the Monaco Grand Prix. There'll be 3 of the races. There'll also be some other F1 races, NASCAR races. We'll try to do a couple each week throughout the entire month. 5 weeks of racing. Boom. Whoever has the least amount of points at the end of the month will win. So we'll try to get that posted. I'll try to get it posted on the community page on Discord. I'll get it posted on the community page on our YouTube channel. And we'll try to see how many guys tune in and join. Even if you don't watch F1 IndyCar, maybe you can only tune in for NASCAR, or you only tune in for F1. Just look at the lineups or the entry list for each of these races. Just pick a guy at random. And you never know. Maybe they win and you get 1 point. Maybe they finish last and get 40 points. Who knows? It should be fun. We'll do a little bit of motorsports madness here at the Dega Boys channel. Merry Motorsports Month is upon us here before you know it. I mean, we're at the end of April right now, Tom. I think we got one more day, and then we get into the best month of the year, May, for racing.
May.
So it's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. Also, make sure you guys join our Discord if you're not already joined. The link is in the description below. It's the most awesome race community on the internet. We'll have a bunch of cool stuff from Talladega posted on here in the next couple days. We got to sort through a lot of photos and images and whatnot and get a lot of cool stuff that we can post on our Discord for you guys to see. And then also make sure to go follow us on our social medias. Like I said, I'm going to try and get some cool stuff posted on Instagram as well. Stay up to date with everything happening. We got TikTok, we got Patreon. Tom's got some stuff posted on TikTok. You might be able to get some more stuff posted there. What we can post, obviously. Talladega was a lot of fun. And then also follow us on X. We'll try to get some stuff posted over there as well. We'll try to get some stuff posted around, show off some stuff, try to get some traction. So make sure you guys follow us over there. Stay up to date with everything happening on the channel. And also tune in on next Tuesday for the podcast for the month of May. No poll for the month of May for the watch party. What we're going to do is we're going to do the triple header on Merry Motorsports Day again this year on Sunday for the 600 Monaco and the Indy 500. We're going to do a triple threat, triple header watch party like we did last year. It should be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys tune in. We're going to have a blast. And then we might do one sometime in the middle of the month. Who knows? But no poll for May. We're gonna strictly try to stick to the big races this month. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Lots of fun stuff to come this month. Lots of cool videos being posted. Lots of cool information. And maybe some cool things to announce. Who knows? We'll see how this month works out. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on this Tuesday. We appreciate you guys being patient with us. We're bringing the energy back next Tuesday. I promise you. We're on Dega recovery mode for the next day or two. And we'll be back and ripping like we normally do. But we appreciate you guys again for tuning in. And this has been another awesome podcast episode with the Dega Boys. Hopefully you enjoyed Dega. And we'll catch y'all in the next one. Have a great rest of your week.